A huge moo to the herd, and welcome to episode 5 of our Gregicality SkyBlock playthrough. So little bits of work been done between episodes. I got our rock crusher working, so I flipped the output round so that the chest is at the back, and I've just run this stream of redstone and a little switch, and that's given me the ability to get cobblestone or granite. So if I switch it off, I get cobblestone. If I switch it on, I get granite. And by increasing the length of the redstone and thus decreasing the power going into it, I can get andesite, diorite and such like. So that's been done. I've added our compressor in because I needed it for our project for today. You'll notice I've got all these fluid ducts in rather than bronze pipes. Two reasons: A, the bronze pipes were quite expensive, and B, I actually kept on killing myself by going too close to the pipes and burning myself. So yeah, not great. I've also increased the size of our smeltery. Again, because of the amount of glass I needed for the fluid ducts and such like. I thought, you know what, I'll just get a bigger smeltery in and we can just use that. So on to today's project. Predominantly, you'll notice that this platform has been built. This platform is an entire chunk in size. So if I just do that, you'll see that it's a full chunk because it's about time we start getting some space. And the reason it's raised up is this space is 3 blocks high. So that I can walk underneath but also run pipes, etc., to try and get things a little bit tidier. So what are we going to do? Well, I have made up a primitive blast furnace and some fire bricks. Now the fire bricks themselves, if I go into my quests, were, just collect that, simply fire clay dust, which is brick dust and clay dust. So it's 132, so I needed 132 clay, and then those are fired up and so forth. And then once I had the fire clay dust, I need to put it through the compressor to get compressed fire clay, and then put it into a furnace to then be able to get our bricks. So let's start by making our primitive blast furnace. Now you understand why I built this area up here. So that's my gap, so this will be the first corner, I think. So it's a 3x3, like I say, and this is our first Gregicality multi-block. And the whole point of me playing this mod pack was because of Gregicality, so I'm going to be interested to see how this goes. If I've remembered the plan right. Ooh. Oh. There we go. Should be 4 high. Wish. Right. And that should now be ready to go. So with that in mind, I'm going to start making some steel. Now if we look at the recipes for steel, where are we? Steel ingot. Go to our primitive blast furnace, you'll see that we can get iron with a block of charcoal and it takes 75 seconds. Or we can get wrought iron with charcoal and it takes 30 seconds. So I made up some wrought iron. Now in the last update to the mod pack, a new recipe was added for wrought iron, and it is simply heat up iron a second time. And once that's done, you'll get hot iron. Now, I'm not sure if this is intended, but hot iron I can hold. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be able to, but you know, we'll see if that gets changed. And you just put it into your forge hammer, and that turns it into wrought iron. So I also should have some charcoal. I do have charcoal on me. Up we go. And just drop my charcoal into the burny bit and then put my wrought iron in. And in theory that should work, unless I've done something wrong. It doesn't appear to be working. seem to indicate I've done something wrong. Let's have a look. Primitive blast furnace, multiblock pattern. That's one up. All of these are fire blocks. And if I look at the quest book, yeah, so that's full, empty, empty. Is that 5? That can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Does that need to be a block of charcoal? Let's go find out. So we've got 6 blocks of charcoal. Anything happening? It doesn't appear to be. Everything is constructed correctly. Block of charcoal, wrought iron. Yep. 30 seconds. Let's just put the 1 in and see what happens. There's definitely something wrong there. Let's do the old trick of if it don't work, try it again. Right, 1 second. Okay, we're back. I just reread this and it says second, third and fourth layers are hollow without the middle block. So yeah, learn to read is probably a good thing. So if I go up, it makes sense. And now it's all working. So hopefully in about 30 seconds we should have our first piece of steel, which will be brilliant because we can then start looking at the high pressure machines amongst other things. So again, using wrought iron as opposed to just regular iron means it's going to be significantly quicker. And that's our first steel ingot. And some dark ashes. Ooh, hopping bonsai has been restocked. Right, so I have steel. I'm happy. Industrial blast furnace, or industrial primitive blast furnace. Now, I have all the components for this. So I'm going to take this out. Wait for this last piece of steel to come in. I'll use my wrench rather than that. Oh, just out of reach. Right, let's go down to our crafting table. And the industrial primitive blast furnace. Tick. Now these you can actually stack or make extend out as blade almost. So you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4 all in a nice long line, which might be useful later on. We shall see. Invalid structure. Why is this an invalid structure? What's changed? Large multi-block structure consists of 1 to 64 slices. So 3. Right, so bottom, yep. Hole in it, yep. Hole in it, hole in it. Yeah, that should be valid. All secure. That is actually telling me it's an invalid structure there. So what seems to be the problem this time? Right, so that's got the holes in the right place. Input bus. Oh wait, that says input bus. Ah. Alright, so I need some input and an output bus. Oh, that makes sense. So what's an input bus and an output bus? Is it just a ULV input bus, or... See, that isn't actually mentioned anywhere in the thing. So I need ULV machine casings, which is a lot of wrought iron plates to do this. Does that say anything in the quest book? No, it does not. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world, because I have a load of wrought iron, this lot. So I'm going to need machine hulls, which is wood planks. I've got compressor for wrought iron plates. Can I do that in a compressor? Yes, I can. The one thing would be red alloy cable. So I need black carpet for that. It's going to be black dye. Where do I get black dye from? Coal dust, dark ashes, so I could do something with that. Okay, let's go off and see if we can't make up an input bus and an output bus. And if we can do that, then we can get our industrial furnace working and take it from there. So we'll be right back. So, yeah, slight oops there. Looking at what was required for those input and output buses, I needed black carpet. And to get black carpet, I need black dye, and to get black dye, I need dark ashes, and to get dark ashes, I need to smelt stuff in here. So I have recreated the primitive blast furnace. I've still got an industrial one there. It's not the end of the world, because if I go to the industrial one, go to this, that's a single block, but if I add a second blade, 2 input buses, 1 controller, 2 output buses. Oh, okay. That's interesting. And then third blade. Alright, so that's how it works. Well, that is interesting. So that can be up to 64 slices. Well, that could be interesting to play with. Yeah, so maybe it's wasted, but I don't really mind. It's just one of those things, and it's a learning opportunity. So, once we've got our steel, what do we want to do next? We could make a tier 3 sifting setup. So steel mesh. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steel rods and some string. I wonder if that could be a good opportunity for us. So I need 1 more piece of steel. We'll see all of these tiny piles of dark ashes. Obviously, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it will do a nice job for us. And if I can expand it out like that, it gives us lots of opportunities. I think I'm guessing that every layer I add will speed up the process. Right, so that's my 5. If that's the case, down you go. That could be well worth investing in. So grab my file, grab my steel ingots, pop that down, string, and steel mesh. We'll be lazy and just pick it up. We now have a steel mesh. That's another quest complete. Gives me 8 coins. Steel hulls, steel machines still run off steam. They are slightly better, but are mostly not worth it apart from the boilers. Okay, so basically what they're saying is the only thing we really should focus on is the high pressure boiler. And that requires some bricks and some steel plates. Okay, well that's fair enough. I like the fact that it's just quite open and said, yeah, it's not worth doing those. Save your resources. So let's take a lot more iron than I have. Those 5 clay bricks because they're going to be useful later. I'll pop the industrial blast furnace away. Need more space. Right, do I have any magnetite? You see, I've been processing a fair amount of stuff. I've got magnetite here, so we'll pop that through our steam macerator to get some more iron. Alright, do we want to make a steel boiler? Let's find out. It's a high pressure steam boiler, isn't it? Steam coal boiler, what's that going to require? Just some steel plates, a furnace and some bricks. I think we should upgrade. So let me get all the materials together, and when we come back we'll upgrade our existing boilers to steel ones. Okay, excuse me. So hopefully we should have enough to make our high pressure steam coal boiler. So let's make 2 of these, I think. Yep. So that's my 2 boilers. Now annoyingly it asked me for a steel hull, whether it be bricked or normal. I'm not sure why, because the boilers don't need them. So, oh well, we will take it as it is. So let's take that out and that out, and we will just use our wrench to... Ooh, that was a big mistake. Well, nothing was destroyed, so there's a small blessing. Right, and we'll pop the lava back in so my rock crusher carries on working. Right, so I now need to fill you with water. Which will take a bit of time. I do need to set up a pump and everything else, but I'm going to wait a bit until I get bigger machines. Like there is a large bronze boiler that I'd like to do, because this is just a temporary thing. Let's do, I don't know, how many buckets are in there? 4 buckets. Let's do a few more buckets. And pop our coal back in and wait for that to reach temperature. And we'll replace the other one in a minute after I've got this one up to temperature. So that's that done. I really feel I should finish that quest off, but that's going to require more steel. That's 5 plates. Yeah, about 8 steel or something like that. This one is more interesting, the empty shape plate, which is just 4 steel plates. Right, have we finished processing everything we're meant to be processing? Right, let's pop you in the forge hammer. Meanwhile, we'll drop that in there. We'll let our high pressure steam coal boiler reach pressure. Hopefully that should generate more steam, so that should keep everything running nicely. Meanwhile, I've got 4 wrought iron in my bag, which I can stick in my primitive blast furnace. Get that running. May as well get the steel because we're going to need it. Once we get some more iron, we can turn that into wrought iron and then stick that into the blast furnace. How's this doing? It takes a little, it's starting to produce steam. That's good. Does take a while though. pretty glad I switched to the fluid ducts rather than the piping, because I have no idea if the bronze piping could have supported the pressure. I don't know if there is a pressure restriction on these. Probably is. Yeah, definitely needs to get a pump. This is not efficient at all. So we'll grab those nuggets. Grab these nuggets. Make up some more iron. That would give me what? 6? Yeah, that'd be enough. Out. Yeah, I've got plenty of magnetite, so we've gone from this point of iron being a problem to iron not being that much of an issue, and it's all thanks to the rock breaker. Because with the rock breaker and the steam sieve, you can get plenty of iron and magnetite, and you know it's the same with copper and things like that. So we've gone from that whole resource bottleneck. I mean, it's still not ideal. You know, we've still got some manual steps that we need to do. It would be good to get you know, some sort of item duct to pipe one from the other to the other, to make things a bit easier. But you know, we're getting there. It's a marathon, not a sprint. This is the last one coming through. Yeah, I'm not sure if they are meant to be burning me or not. I mean, I know all of the other hot ingots normally burn you. They did in Omnifactories, so we'll just go run that up to our blast furnace. What I definitely want to do in the next episode is expand. I need some more charcoal. Expand the blast furnace out by 1 or 2 blades, but we're going to need a lot of wrought iron for that. Yeah, because it will be good to see if that improves the efficiency or not. Because if it does, and it makes it faster, then that is brilliant. I could put the blast furnace hatch there, outputs, inputs on either side, and you could just have them piping straight onto chests, etc. It'd be worth investigating. Right, while that's doing, I will just pause here, and when we come back, hopefully we'll be able to make our plate, and then start looking at maybe our first circuit. Who knows? Okay, so I've made up my empty shape plate. So that's that one ticked. Now we need to make a ball mold. Which is this guy here. So that's that one done. What else do we need? So I've made some copper wire. I needed to make up some wire cutters and just some copper plates. Paper I've made up, which is wood pulp and water, and wood pulp you just put some logs into the macerator. The glass tube is liquid glass and a mold ball, or in the alloy smelter, glass dust and a mold ball. So I have some glass dust. Let's pop that in and that in. Now I'm hopeful that this will unlock some more quests, but we shall see. So got that. Now what do I need? I need a vacuum tube. So more copper wire, paper. Right, let's just pop that on and see what I'm missing. I'm missing one piece of copper wire, so we'll just take this, stick it in our forge hammer to get a couple of plates. we'll take that wire cutter. Yes. It gives me the wires. So should theory. And I have my vacuum tube. So tick. Brilliant. That's where it ends. I would have expected a few more quests to appear, but that's fine. It's not the end of the day. Right, so if the first circuit we're making is in fact this one, integrated logic circuit, I'm going to need to make more vacuum tubes. I'm going to need to make resistors, which, ooh, sticky resin, fine copper wire, normal copper wire, coal dust. That can make things interesting. Assuming this is the most basic of circuits. Let's have a look. I do need to do the steel hole. Let me quickly, as quickly as I can do anything in this pack, make that steel hole and see if it unlocks any more quests. And if it doesn't, then we'll have to figure out what's going on. So we'll be right. Okay, so I've grabbed all the stuff I need for the bricked hole. So we'll grab that. And lots of fanfare, lots of music. And I have completed this age. Well, that's good. Because reasons. But it does seem that I need to move on to the next age, which is the LV tier. So we're going to need to think about power generation and all sorts of stuff there. So I think we'll end the episode here. We have made some progress. We've got our primitive blast furnace. We've got high pressure steam coal boilers. We've made up the vacuum tubes that we need for our integrated logic circuit. We've obviously got a lot of work we're going to need to do before we can start breaking into LV. But switching over to electric rather than steam, that could be quite good. You know, I think we've got lots of opportunities, like with steam turbines and everything else. Yeah, so I think we're in a good place. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to give it a like. If you'd like to see more episodes, then please feel free to subscribe. Until then, I wish you a very pleasant day. Goodbye.